Dorohedoro hit Netflix in 2020 with 12 episodes, and after almost 4 long years, the anime is all set to return to screens with a second season as the manga is already completed. This anime is fairly iconic due to its main protagonist having the head of a lizard. This video will revolve around the gator-man known as Caiman, whose absurd anatomy ties him directly to the lore and mysteries of Dorohedoro. Caiman wants to revert back to his original form, but that isn't easy for him as he lives in a world different to that of those who are capable of transfiguring his anatomy. However, no mystery is solved that easily, and Caiman's questions aren't answered without 5,000 obstacles presenting themselves to him. With Nikaido by his side, Caiman tries his best to get to the root of the mystery about his former life and get his human head back. However, this brings him into conflict against the strongest sorcerers and sets the entire wacky story into motion. In today's video, we'll go over Caiman's anatomy and why he is the way he is without diving into manga spoilers. Before getting into the content, we'd like to make a very small request to our viewers. Please subscribe to our channel, like and comment on our videos, and press the bell icon to be notified whenever we upload new content. We'd be grateful to you, and we hope to bring you the best nerdy content in the future. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Who is Caiman, and what is the inspiration behind his name? Caiman is one of the protagonists in Dorohedoro. We see him as a tall and built being with the body of a human and a green reptilian head. However, he didn't always look that way. Originally possessing the head and body of a human with red cross marks on his eyes, Caiman was a part of a criminal organization known as the Cross Eyes. This organization was active in the world of the sorcerers, or the magic users and devils, and an enemy to the high-profile magic user and businessman N. The Cross Eyes operate by producing and selling black smoke, which sorcerers naturally possessed as it was fundamental to their magic. The more black smoke a sorcerer could generate, naturally, the stronger they were. As a result, weaker sorcerers profited by purchasing illegally sold black smoke from the Cross Eyes and would also be recruited by the criminal organization. In fact, they acquired their produce by finding strong sorcerers and milking them like cows in a factory to produce black smoke. While we know that Caiman was a part of it, the anime so far is yet to shed much light on his antics. And we know about his association with the organization due to Caiman's lizard head possessing the same red cross marks around his eyes. Caiman's main aim in the story is to find the sorcerer who swapped out his human head with that of a lizard so he can get his original face back. The name Caiman takes inspiration from a group of small-sized alligators native to Central and South America known as caimans. While the character's head is often referred to as a lizard head in Dorohedoro, it quite evidently looks more akin to alligators and crocodiles, if not a full-on dinosaur. Long story short, he's scaly and reptilian. What exactly is Caiman? The anime doesn't dive into whether Caiman is a normal human or a sorcerer, but so far it seems as if he's a human. Even if he were a sorcerer, he probably wasn't the most powerful as he was a member of the Cross Eyes, which recruited weaker sorcerers. At present, he's a resident of the abysmal and filthy city known as the Hole, which exists in a world different from that of the magic users and isn't home to sorcerers. While Caiman did live in the world of the magic users at one point, a mysterious incident led to his headless body being found by Nikaido in the Hole. Following this, Nikaido took the body to Dr. Vo, and it was revealed that the formerly headless man now had the head of a reptile. He also had no memory of his previous life, to the point he didn't even remember his name, proving how bad his amnesia after the incident was. In order for him to operate, he needed a new name, leading to Nikaido naming him Caiman after the aforementioned alligators. While Caiman was extremely powerful as a combatant and knife user, what made him truly special was how he was immune to magic. This led to the belief that the magic user who had cursed him with his new head and no memory of his past was someone of extremely high caliber, as their magic had allowed Caiman to remain unaffected by magic. Another unique factor about him was the existence of a cross-eyed human inside his mouth. Caiman would often hunt down sorcerers with Nikaido as he wanted to find the man who made him reptilian. He would then grab the sorcerer's entire head and put it inside his mouth, where the latter would be faced with the cross-eyed human. The human would then look at the person inside Caiman's mouth and tell them, "You're not it." Eventually, Caiman would free the sorcerer from his grasp and ask them what the man inside his mouth had told them. When they told him that they weren't it, Caiman would realize that the sorcerer in front of him wasn't the one who had cursed him, following which Caiman would kill the sorcerer. It was believed that the man within his mouth was Caiman's human form, who would ideally be able to recognize the sorcerer who had put the curse on him. Similar to Caiman, the man possessed the mark of the Cross Eyes organization. At some point, En's team managed to recreate the man within Caiman's mouth using various forms of magic, and it was revealed that the man's name was Risu. This man was able to find his home in the world world of the sorcerers, where he remembered that he had been killed by a member of the Cross Eyes. While Risu remembering his name allowed Caiman to recall the name too, the anime is far from catching up to the manga and is yet to confirm or describe the link between the two characters who were formerly part of the same criminal organization. Caiman's life in the brutalist dimension known as the Hole. The Hole is a place where humans live, existing in a world that can gain access to the world of the sorcerers only via a magical door. This door can, for the most part, only be created by sorcerers who know how to do so. This means that while sorcerers have perpetual access to the Hole, the humans of the Hole don't hold that same privilege. The place is like an underground city in execution. Filthy, disgusting, dilapidated, and severely underdeveloped in stark contrast to where the magic users live. Many of them would often come to the Hole to pick non-magic users and practice their magic on them, disfiguring their bodies in the process, killing them, and the likes. Naturally, the humans living in the Hole hated sorcerers and would kill them if they caught sight of them in their dimension. For this reason, Caiman's partner, Nikaido, who's a powerful sorcerer and lives in the Hole, hides her true identity and pretends to be a human. With the human beings being treated as guinea pigs by the magic users who make life extremely difficult for the people of the Hole, the dimension had been reduced to a slum-like wasteland with horribly gloomy weather. As residents of the Hole, Caiman and Nikaido work together to exterminate the sorcerers who come to the Hole due to Caiman wanting to return to his human form and regain his old memories. At some point, the duo fight Fujita and Matsumoto, and the altercation ends with Caiman killing Matsumoto after Risu claims how Matsumoto is not it. Because Matsumoto was part of En's family, not by blood but by occupation, considering En had several sorcerers working with and under him, an enmity between the two worlds began, with En sending his cleaners to the Hole to kill Caiman. These cleaners were high-profile sorcerers such as Shin and Noi, with Shin having grown up in the Hole with his human father. At some point, Caiman and Nikaido learn about Dr. Vo's friend, Dr. Kasukabe, after having successfully created a door using the bodies of dead sorcerers. They take this opportunity to go to the world of the magic users and the devils, where Caiman recalls Risu's name and hopes to get close to him to learn about himself and his life. Meanwhile, the En family continue to target Caiman and Nikaido for having killed Matsumoto. At some point, the magical ability of the teenage sorcerer named Ebisu is revealed, and we learn about her being able to transform others into reptilian creatures. Being young and inexperienced, she can't control her magic, so she can't consciously turn someone into a functional reptilian being. However, she was able to turn Noi into a highly unstable and powerful creature when her magical powers were enhanced by the usage of the illegal black powder. So the sorcerers believe that Ebisu's magic is responsible for Caiman's lizard head. Meanwhile, Caiman and Nikaido believed that Caiman was just a victim of a sorcerer who had come to the Hole to experiment on humans. Caiman's abilities. What makes Caiman so strong in a fight? While Caiman does not possess magical abilities, he is extremely strong and capable of going toe-to-toe with powerful sorcerers like Shin. For starters, he's extremely proficient with the usage of knives and can chop his opponent down into pieces in mere seconds. He's also great when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, which we witnessed during his fights against Shin both in and out of the Hole. He can also regrow his lizard head if he does get beheaded. Most importantly, we've already spoken about him being immune to magic, but it's unknown, at least in the anime, as to whether Caiman has this immunity due to the nature of the curse cast on him, or as an inherent ability he already possessed while he was working with the Cross Eyes. Because of this, a sorcerer can never best him using magic. Shin can get away with fighting him because he's powerful enough to not require magic against his opponent. Marvelous verdict! Caiman is definitely a fascinating character, as he's someone who looks less like a human but has way more humanity than many of the characters who do. But he also wonders about what kind of a person he was before and if he can continue with his current life if and when he does find out about his past. This makes us suspect that the story definitely has a direction where Caiman cannot lead the happy life with Nikaido he's leading in the Hole, especially with Nikaido having been a powerful sorcerer who left the Hole to evade those who wanted to use her for power, and Caiman having been a part of the Cross Eyes who milk powerful sorcerers and kill them to sell their black powder for profit. With that, today's video comes to an end. What did you think of Caiman? Are there any other Dorohedoro characters you want to see videos on? Let us know in the comments section down below, and until next time, this is Wizard Wheezy signing off, but thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and have a marvelous day.